A wave of pro-Palestine protests continue to rock nations across continents as the intensity of the Israeli offensive continues to increase in anticipation of a serious ground offensive into Gaza. Tens of thousands of pro-Palestinian protesters marched in central London and called for an immediate ceasefire in the deadly war between Israel and Hamas. It is the third consecutive weekend that the British capital was the venue for a pro-Palestine rally. Another 10,000 pro-Palestinian demonstrators marched in Berlin's Kreuzberg district to demand freedom for Palestine. Hundreds of flags and signs critical of the Israeli and German government were seen in the crowd. Protesters swarmed the Brooklyn Bridge in New York City and shut down traffic on the Manhattan-bound side of the bridge. Pro-Palestinian protesters marched from Brooklyn to Manhattan holding signs and waving flags while chanting slogans. Brooklyn Bridge was subsequently closed due to the protests. Members of the Orthodox Jewish community were also seen gathering in support of Palestinians. Meanwhile, hundreds of protesters marched in the French city of Marseille to show support for Palestinians in Gaza. Protesters waved Palestinian flags and chanted slogans urging the end of Israeli military activities in the Gaza Strip. Hundreds of Palestinians and Hezbollah supporters marched in a protest in the southern Lebanese city of Sidon to express their solidarity with Palestinians in Gaza. Protesters held Lebanese, Palestinian and Hezbollah flags and chanted anti-Israel and anti-American slogans. Thousands of people marched through the streets of Rome in support of Palestinian people in Gaza. Demonstrators carried banners reading, "We demand an end to the occupation and for the freedom of Palestine." Thousands of people gathered in Istanbul to protest against Israel's bombardment of Gaza. Demonstrators waved Turkish and Palestinian flags and expressed solidarity in the Gaza Strip. And holding Palestinian flags, young Iraqi students marched and chanted "Free Palestine." The protest was held by students of Baghdad University who gathered to support the Palestinian cause. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.